she gave away her fortune. It cost her everything. Welcome to Aina. Join my story and yours. A still lake under a dark sky, the moon kissed its silver surface. 3 royal gardens glowed, filled with dancing princesses and laughing princes. 6 secrets hung on their lips, ready to be spoken. But fate had already woven their lives together. Almaz stood by the lake, her dress sparkling in the moonlight. Arian spun a ring on his finger and said, "The top princess of Nuristan and the heir of the richest kingdom. This match will go down in history." Almaz smiled, seeing herself in the lake's reflection. Her smile held more pride than joy. Jisha sat on a rock, skipping stones into the water. Kavish leaned in close and whispered, "We'll conquer every challenge, side by side. Power will be our legacy." Jisha's eyes lit up, not with love, but with ambition. A little further away, Zion stood alone. Fike stood by her, eyes downcast. He spoke softly. "If you ever feel scared, just call my name. I'll hear you." Zion smiled, her head bowed. Moonlight caught her tears. Were they tears of fear or happiness? No one could tell. Suddenly, the lake's surface rippled. The moon's reflection shattered, as if the lake had finally spoken, then hushed. Hidden deep in the mountains lay the kingdom of Nuristan. They say lights burn not just in palaces, but in every heart. The king of Nuristan was known for his justice and kindness. He had 3 daughters, the same 3 bound by vows by the lake that night. Almaz, the picture of pride. Jisha, craving power. Zion, whispering a silent prayer. One day, the royal family visited the lake again. "Look how peaceful and beautiful the lake is today. And these flowers seem to want to play. Let's each pick one we like." The moonbeams danced on the water. Then, an old beggar suddenly appeared. Stumbling, weak. "Please, for God's sake. I haven't eaten in 3 days." Arian's face twisted with disgust. "Get out of here. People like you don't belong with royalty." He shoved the beggar. The old man fell hard. Blood trickled from his forehead. Almaz and Jisha exchanged glances and sneered. But Zion rushed forward. She helped the beggar up and placed her silver bracelet in his hand. "My mother always said, God favors empty hands." Tears streamed from the beggar's eyes. "My child, may your home always be full of light. But those who show cruelty will lose their light." The wind died. The lake grew still. The old beggar looked at the sky, a strange look in his eyes. Across the lake, a golden carriage suddenly appeared. Almaz burst out laughing. "Look, a fairy carriage." Zion's heart pounded. This doesn't feel right. But her sisters laughed and pushed her inside. The doors slammed shut. The horses bolted on their own. Dark clouds swallowed the sky. "Father, I'm scared." Her plea was lost in the thunder of hooves. A towering, dark djinn materialized before the carriage. Red eyes, iron claws, a voice like mountains crumbling. "Those who cause tears will soon shed their own." The earth split open, smoke billowed, the carriage vanished underground. The 3 princesses were gone. When the 3 princes reached the empty lakeside, they raced back to the palace. The king cried out in anguish. "What now? Where are my daughters?" Arian stepped forward. "I'll bring back my princess." Kavish declared boldly. "I'll bring back mine too." Fayek stated with quiet confidence. "If Zion is in darkness, I'll be her light." Prince Arian went first. Proudly, he entered the realm of shadows and never returned. Then Prince Kavish followed. Lost in power, he vanished into the darkness. Finally, Prince Fake spoke. "If Zion is in the dark, I'll be her light, even if it costs me my life." He set off, armed with a sword, a prayer, and his courage. After 3 days of travel, he reached a forest where even light feared to tread. The trees seemed to weep, the wind moaned. Whispering prayers, Fake pressed on until he found the jinn's fortress. Chains, screams, smoke filled the air. In a single, silent room, Zion sat. Quranic verses on her lips, tears in her eyes, and hope in her heart. "Oh God, protect Fake." The door creaked open. Zion looked up. "I knew you'd come." Her voice cracked. Fake's eyes welled up. The black jinn appeared. The ground shook violently. Fake raised his sword. The jinn chuckled. "This fight isn't won with steel, but with a pure heart." Fake dropped his sword, shed his armor, and declared, "My battle is not with you. It's with my own pride. I'd risk it all for Zion." The jinn's eyes widened in shock. The jinn offered 3 choices: a fiery river, a wild storm, or a dark forest. "I'll show you 3 paths. Pick one." Fake didn't hesitate, picking the dark forest. In the shadows, he found 2 stone figures, Almaz and Jisha. Zion screamed. Fake grabbed her hand, saying God's name. Zion touched Almaz, and she turned from stone back to life. She cried, filled with regret. Fake then touched Jisha's forehead. She also broke free from stone, falling in shame. They confessed, "Our pride made us blind. Please forgive us." Fake responded softly. "Let's head back home. Time to go home. Living with your mistakes will be the hardest part. That's your real punishment." The 3 sisters finally returned to Nuristan. The king welcomed Fake with open arms. Almaz and Jisha asked for forgiveness from everyone. Zion and Fake wed, and the city was bathed in joy. Almaz and Jisha dedicated themselves to helping the needy. Fake became king, ruling humbly with Zion by his side. Nuristan's light returned, brighter than ever. Legend has it, Princes Aryan and Kavesh still wander lost in that forest. An old beggar watches them, hidden in the trees. The forest whispers, and far off, Nuristan's lights still twinkle.